welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. My name is Hen and this is Crafting from the Broom Closet, and today we're going to be adding some colour to some paper. We're going to try and make some backgrounds or pages that we can use in our journals, just using very basic supplies, some cheap acrylic paints, possibly the paint crayons. I'm not sure about them though. I've got some mica powder that I might add in, and I have some acrylic blocks I can use for applying the paint. Also toilet roll tubes for applying paint, and kitchen sponge. So let's have a play around, see what happens. If it looks good, it looks good. If it don't, it don't. But remember, these are just for backgrounds, so even if it doesn't look how you expect it even if it doesn't look how you expected it or wanted it to, it doesn't mean right away, because once you add stuff to it or cut it up and use it elsewhere, it could look really cool. So let's move everything to one side for a moment. Right, so I've got normal A4 paper. I've got some back of a old diary that's some notes. I've got some book page. I've got some tissue. I'm going to start with the A4 paper, and I've got both sheets here for a reason, because one of them I'm going to use to purposely add something to, and the other one I'm just going to have as the leftovers. I'm going to use the remnants onto the other one and see what happens. See what it comes out like. I'm hoping the lighting is okay here. I'm relying on the daylight. Hopefully it lasts long enough for me to do that. I'm going to start by just giving the paper a very light spray of water. That's probably too much. Let's spread that out a bit. This is just one of them wooden bookmarks that you can buy, but anything will do. A piece of cardboard is what I normally use for spreading things out. Old gift cards or credit cards. That should be enough. I'm doing it like this on purpose because then the paint will spread further. But be careful because it is quite delicate at this stage. Right, let's add some colour. I'm gonna put some pink onto this block. So I'm putting it on the flat surface, not the ridge surface. Just a tiny amount. That's all I need, she says. There you go. It's more than enough. More than enough. I'm going to just use the edge of the sponge there to spread it out. I don't want too much on here. There we go. Oh, let's dab that sponge off there. So this is the spare paper, remember? And I'm going to just start putting the block down. Oh, randomly. And get as much off as you can, and then whatever's left, rub it onto that side. I'm going to put a bit more on there because that's didn't go as far as I would like to. I would like it to have been more all over the place. So let's go a bit more on there. I'm just going to use the nozzle to spread it around this time. Although I do like the way the sponge came out, to be honest with you. Right, let's start switching again. Squidge. 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 I think I'm going to go pink one more time, because these are quite small blocks. If I had a big block, I could cover more surface in one go. Just, like I said, just smearing it around. Not even squeezing the tube out there, really. So let's put some more here. More here. Just doing it very random. And up there. Okay. Let's get some more of this pink onto this bit of paper here. This is just the inside of a cereal packet that I've got there underneath, protecting my surface. So I think I've got that all off now. Yeah. So bring that back over. I'm going to turn this around so I can get more of the next colour on here. I'm going to go for yellow now. Going for quite spring colours here. Oh. Just do the same as I did before, where I'm going to just squeeze a tiny bit out and then use the end to spread it around. There we go. I'm just going to squish that down. Squish it down. Squish it down. Like there. I might actually like the smear one better. But we'll see how it goes. I think I'll go one more yellow. There's hardly any paint going on there. I'll put a bit up there. Oh, bit there. And a bit there. Like so. There you go, that's all off, look. I'm going to go for this blue. I need to take the seal off. Can never get these seals off. Why do they make them so difficult? Okay. Like so, let's just spread that around. Got nothing going on here, so let's put something there. Oh, there, there, bit more. Right, down in this corner, up there, and down there. I could just leave it like that. What I'm gonna do, I forgot to wipe that off on there. There we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some water. And then I'm gonna get me spready thing. Let's see if I can spread this out a bit. Make sure it's flat. Oh, well that don't work, so don't do that. Am I really happy with that? No. Obviously I've ripped that now. So don't do what I did. Don't try spreading it like that, because it don't work. But it doesn't mean I can't use this paper. Although I can't use it as a full page now, I can still use it. Because I can cut it up into pieces. So I'm going to put that over to the one side. Not particularly happy with that. But like I said, trust the process. It can be used in collages and stuff where you won't see the whole thing. It might have looked better before I tore it. But we'll see what happens. Let's move that over to one side to dry. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to keep this piece of paper here just because I want to keep adding to it, I think. Well, I quite like how it is. I quite like the simplicity of that. It's quite pretty. The accidental one worked out better than the purpose one, see? I might still add to that, so I'm going to leave that for now. I've got a slightly bigger block here, and that's what I thought I was using actually. So I'm just going to try, let's move, no, keep that there. I'm going to get another piece of A4 and I want to try something else. You see, like I said, this is just basic copy paper. For some reason it's sticking together. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm going to keep that there because I'm going to mess about with the blocks again. But I'm going to try something different this time. I'm going to put that on there. And this time, I'm going to use the paper to squish and spread. Like so. I didn't wet the paper this time. See, I'm already liking that better. Right, get rid of this excess off. Oh, we did that on the ridge side. That's why it's not coming off so easy. See, I've got all this squishiness on here. Let's there we go. Because I did it on the ridge side, it's gone into the ridges. I'm going to use some scrap tissue paper to completely wipe it off. Because this will then become something I can use in collaging. See? Right, let's do. I'm doing different colours this time. I'm going to use green. It's like a minty green. This time I'm going to make sure I'm on the right side of the surface. Foil on it again. Hang on a second. Okay. Pop a blob in the middle, like I did on the other one. It's quite a big blob this time. It might be too much, but we'll see. See what happens. And this time I'm going to start in this bottom corner. This smear. I've got that edge there where it's all gathered. So let's do that. I want to try and cover as much of the paper as possible. Get rid of that. You'll probably end up getting paint all over your fingers like I have, but that's fine. See, I'm liking this much better than the first one. Let's get that tissue again and wipe off any excess that I can't get off by smearing it on the paper. See how I'm making nice just areas on the tissue now, see? And then I'm going to go with dark blue. And we're going to go blob in the middle. You get that corner. I'm also going to get that corner, and that corner. And then I'm going to start smearing. I think I want a little bit more of the lighter blue. Not too much. Just trying to get it as much covered as possible. Maybe a bit more. Oh, oops. Finger straight into the paint, but that's fine. And then a bit more of the green. There. And there. I'm just looking where there's a lot of white area. I'm trying to... And see how I've gone over... I've got this bit of paper underneath it now. So any excess paint is going onto that bit of paper. It's okay to leave some white. I actually quite like that as it is. I don't think I need to add any more to it. This little bit of excess that's on here, I'm going to put it on there. Just make sure I've got it all off. And I actually like that, both of them, how they are now. I don't think I want to add any more to them. That's pretty cool. Right, now we're going to play about with something else. Let's get rid of my acrylic block. I'll give that, hang on, let's get that tissue and give it a good wipe. So the tissue will take off a lot more than the paper did. This is just packaging tissue that was scrunched up in a bag, in a parcel. And look, as you can see, I'm getting quite nice colours on there. Pop this off to one side, pop the block away. Let's put the lids on these because I'm going to use different colours now. Right, this was, it was like an empty tube, this with the remnants in, and I ran it under a tap and got water in it. So we're going to see what we can do with this, because waste not, want not, and all that palaver. So let's go back to the paper, and I'm just going to let it drip. Like so. There's quite a lot of green on there. And now I'm going to have some yellow paint blobbed onto there. This obviously is not runny, which means it will go a lot further. And now I'm going to get a toilet roll tube and just roll it through. Empty toilet roll tube. You get covered in paint, but that's the fun of it. Just keep rolling. Just keep rolling, rolling. I'm going to put a bit of pressure on. Let's try and get it all the way up to the edges. Or not. Okay. Now I'm just going to squish and spread, squish and spread, squish and spread, and dab. Because there's loads of paint on this tube. Because cardboard is porous. And look, I'm getting quite a bit of paint off it as I dab it. I think I need another colour in there. I think I'm going to go for a bit of the pink. That's the wrong pink. That one's not been opened yet. Dabbing, 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 dabbing. Oh, let's get a bit more like that. There we go. I'm going to carry on rolling, 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 dabbing. Smearing. I like that. I like that a lot. Obviously, the other side will need something to add to it at some point. Let's put that to one side. I think that's enough playing about with the thingies, the thingy papers, the A4 papers. I'm going to play about with some book page. And I've got two different types of book page here. I say book page, this one's been written on. Someone's put their notes on there, which I quite like. Okay, I want to get my paint palette, and we're going to put some colours in. And as you noticed, I don't know if you did notice, the green that was watered down just had a better effect. So just playing about, picking random colours. Don't know what colours I'm going to pick. What else have I got? Orange. I've not done anything with orange, have I? No, because that one's sealed. Okay. Orange. Like so. I'm going to add a little bit of water to each of them. This is just an old cleaning spray bottle that I've cleaned out and filled up. Am I worried about my fingers being painty? No. So, where's my paintbrush gone? I'm sure I've got a paintbrush somewhere. There we go. I'm going to mix the water in. Oh, that wasn't it. That wasn't a clean paintbrush. Oh well, apparently I've got a grey colour now. Oops. It's a nice colour, grey. It's just... I'm just going to spread some paint across, like so. I'm just adding colour. Barely notices because of it being such a dark paper in the background. But right, hopefully this won't turn grey. It's turning purple. That's fine. It is what it is. This cheap acrylic paint clearly doesn't like mixing with water. If you look, it's taking quite an effort to get it to mix. So let's just go. And I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just sweeping it across. And I'm just sort of trying to cover the whole page. Right, let's do the orange now. Yeah, this is really cheap acrylic paint. Look how lumpy it is. So it's coming out like a burnt orange now. That's fine. I'm just going to fill off where I haven't got any paint already. Like so. We'll see how that looks when it's dry. Let me do the same on an A4. Well, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do this, let it drip. Ooh, splashy, splashy, splashy. Oh, that's cool. I'm just using my paintbrush to flick out what's left in there. You end up with a splattery effect, which is pretty cool. Make sure all your surfaces are covered if you're doing this. Anything you don't want paint on, keep well away from it. And now what I'm going to do is going to fold it in half, like so, squish it down. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's pretty, see? How pretty is that? And that's just from trying to clear out the remnants of what was in there. I can probably get some more off. No, pretty dry. But what I can do now is get my tissue and wipe out the palette. It's going to be interesting to see what this tissue looks like at the end, isn't it? Getting lots of different colours on there. See? Okay. I'm going to leave that like that. Now let's do something with this page. And I'm going to go, what am I going to do with this one? I want to try something. I don't know if it's going to work. Probably not. I'm going to put some of this annoying, weird, creative pieces paint sticks down onto my plastic here. I'm putting quite a bit on because I don't know how well they'll transfer. And I'm purposely smearing it all in together, blending it all in together, and I'm putting lots of colours on here this time. Right, okay. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of water on there. She says tiny bit. And then I'm going to get my paper and I'm going to squish it into it and see what happens. Oh, that's pretty. How cool is that? I didn't expect that to work so well. I think I need to do some more of that. This is a completely blank page from a book. Let's do that as well. I'm just moving it around to make sure it's got colour all the way up to the edges. That edge hasn't got anything. That edge hasn't got anything. I'm just rubbing it now. Just to pick up. And that corner hasn't got anything. Let's have a look. Oh, that's pretty. Yes. I'm liking this. I'm wondering if I put a bit more water on. Whether we can pick it up with the A4. Nope. I'm going to get as much off as I can in the background now. Nothing on that corner at all. See what I can get off. Oh. There we go. That's pretty. And now we'll just get the tissue to wipe up the rest. Oh. I mean, it's ripping in places, but that's fine because we will just use this as scrappy bits in collage. Right, leave that out of the way. What else can I do? I was going to try and see if I can do some mica powder on here, wasn't I? So let's, I've got orange mica powder and I've got blue mica powder. So let's do a bit of the blue paint and add a tiny bit of water, not as much this time. And then a tiny bit of the mica powder. And I mean a tiny bit. Come on. Oh, probably too much. It goes a long way, that mica powder, it does. Just making sure my paintbrush is actually clean. Oh, I've got a big one there that's clean. There we go. Let's mix that mica powder in. And what it should do is give us a nice, I think I need a little bit more water than that. It should give us a nice metallic effect afterwards. And I'm gonna do it on this. I'll do it on this. Directly onto this. Is it a bit darker than I should have done? Yeah, probably. Oh, that's going to go a long way, this paint, isn't it? I'm just covering the whole page in it now. Good thing I'm not bothered about paint on my fingers, isn't it? Oh, there you go. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but there should be some sparkle in there. It might show better once it's dried. Let's let's do an A4 page, and this time we're going to water it down even more and not worry about the whole page being covered. So I'm going to thinly spread it this time. So although I'm getting paint pretty much all over the paper, you've got bits where it's strong and bits where it's just streaky. I'm doing that on purpose, sort of. Because I'm going for a different effect. And hopefully, like I said, when that dries, I think you should be able to pick up some sparkle. Now I've got quite a bit left in there. Let's put it on there. Let's take that. Let's spray some more water. Let's add some of the watery downed green. Oh, maybe not that much. It wasn't meant to go in one big blob. Spread it around. Okay, and let's get the tissue paper. This tissue paper that I haven't done anything to. Look at that. It's just taking up all the water now. I'm being very gentle here because I don't want it to tear. Okay, that'll do. I'm going to put that to dry. And what we'll do, give that a quick wipe around with, where are you? The scruffy tissue paper. Would you put somewhere? I don't know. Oh, there. And then we're going to leave it all to dry And then I can show you at the end what it looks like. Okay, so they're all dry now. So let's have a look what we've got. So we got this one, the first one we did. Does it look fabulous? Yeah. But if you just imagine parts of it as a background, say for example behind that, you can see how it could work quite nice as a background. So you cut it up into little bits and use it as backgrounds, and it could work. So even that where I've got a hole in, I can cover that up, the hole, and still use the rest of it. So there you go. So there's that one. Not my favourite. This was the rub off from that, and I actually like this a lot better. Oh, sorry. So that was the rub off from that, and like I said, I like that a lot better. Then we got where we squished around, instead of just tapping it, we squished it around. I think it's just the colour combination here, because I think that actually works, because when we look at it in the blue, it looks a lot better. But it all, like I said, it depends what you're using it for. Again, you could cut these up into backgrounds. You could use it as a page, this one, if you wanted to. And then that was where we flicked off the paint. And that's what we ended up with. And I really like that. Really do like that. Then this was when we put the mica powder in. And if you, I don't know if the light will pick it up, there is a slight shimmer. Ever so slight shimmer. And the same in this one, so that was the mica powder too. I don't know if it's a very slight shimmer. It barely noticeable, but it is there. Now let's get to the bit where we smushed the paper down onto, oh no, I forgot there's a stripy one I did. That one was with the paintbrush. I quite like how that came out. Just adding a bit of colour to that page. So now we get to the squishy down. So the first one we did was on the book page, and that's come out fantastic. And this really has a shimmer, and I'm pretty sure there was no mica powder in this. This was these things. This was these things, and I didn't realise they were glittery. If you look, it's a beautiful glitter going on them. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it is there. I can see it so well. And the same with the A4 paper there. I mean, that just looks stunning. And that was from dipping. So I put the crayons down, the paint crayons down onto the plastic, a little bit of water, and then dipped it, remember? And there is that beautiful shimmer going on, and hopefully the camera's picking it up. Then this was the tissue paper that I used just to mop up what was left on the table. And it's just got, I love it. It's just got a lovely grungy sort of pattern going on. I think it's fabulous. Hopefully you can see it all. But yeah, I think that looks awesome. And then, last but not least, is the tissue we used to clean everything up with. You've got some lovely blues and greens going on there that look awesome together. Yeah, there's big grips in it, but you've got some nice purple and green there. And this could be just cut up into segments that can be used in collaging. Sorry. Yeah, so that was me just having a bit of fun with some paint and some water and a few different tools, and that's what we got. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll have fun exploring and seeing what you can come up with yourself. Let's put something to focus on in front of us. And if it doesn't work out the way you expect it to, don't forget, it doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means you may need to adapt it and work with it in a different way than what you planned. Bye-bye for now.